Toilet, How It Works by David Macaulay. Toilet, toilet. That seems like a long line. Everybody knows what a toilet is for. Slurp, slurp, slurp. Well, not everybody. Goodbye, good friend. A spring garden. A toilet's most important job is to remove the waste our bodies make. Tiny creatures called bacteria live in the waste. Bacteria produce useful nutrients, but if they get on our hands or back inside our bodies, they can make us sick. With the push of a button or the press of a handle, the toilet sends our waste on its way. Clever toilet. But what is the waste and where does it come from? Everything we eat and drink passes through a long tube inside us called the intestine. Anything useful is absorbed into the blood vessels and sent to the liver for processing. Everything left over is waste. Solid waste collects at the end of our intestines. Liquid waste is processed by the kidneys and stored in the bladder. A few times a day, your body reminds you to get rid of waste. You head right for the bathroom, water closet, WC, girls' room, boys' room, men's room, or ladies' room, wherever the toilet is hiding. Most toilets have 2 containers of water. One on the top, with a handle or button, is called the tank. The part you sit on is called the bowl. Do not sit on the tank. Once you have finished, you flush. The tank holds almost 2 gallons of water. When you push the handle down, a chain inside the tank pulls up a stopper. Whoosh! All the water rushes into the bowl and all the waste disappears. Pretty impressive, don't you think? And keep your eye on that plastic float in the tank. The sudden rush of water from the tank forces the waste into a specially shaped pipe at the bottom of the bowl. This pipe is called a siphon. It starts with a steep climb. As soon as the wastewater reaches the top of the pipe, it spills down the other side. Now gravity takes over. Gravity pulls the waste down the pipe. It gets help from the weight of the air pushing down in the bowl. So the water, you see where the water goes. When the tank is empty, the stopper closes. It is time for a refill. As the float pulls down on the lever, fresh water enters the tank. Slowly the water rises and so does the float. When the float stops pulling on the lever, the water shuts off. The tank is full. The toilet bowl is filled up too. All the wastewater from the bathroom, washing machine, and kitchen and hot tub leaves your house through a soil pipe. If you live where houses are far apart, the pipe may lead to a septic tank buried in the yard. There it is. As wastewater enters the septic tank, it separates into layers. Oil and grease, called scum, float on top of the dirty water. Heavier stuff sinks to the bottom. Bacteria continues digesting the waste. Every time wastewater flows down into the septic tank, it pushes up the water level. This sends some of the water out the other side. Water leaving the tank seeps into the surrounding soil through perforated pipes. This water contains nutrients produced by the hungry bacteria. See the happy green grass? So there it is. Waste on the bottom just sits there. Every few years, somebody has to remove the dark, smelly gunk from the bottom of the septic tank. That's Bill's job, apparently. If you live in a crowded place, there is no room for septic tanks. You will need a sewer system. In a big city, there are thousands of miles of pipes and millions, even billions of gallons of wastewater. All the toilets and sinks and showers and washing machines are connected to soil pipes in all the buildings. All the soil pipes are connected to large sewer pipes buried deep under the roads. So there you can see the pipes there, but you can't see them because they're underground. The largest sewer pipe leads to a wastewater treatment plant. Wastewater flows through metal screens that capture trash. Sand and gravel are removed next. Now the wastewater is pumped into a big round tank called a clarifier. There it is. Scum is skimmed off the top. Solids are collected in a pit called a sump. See? Solids and scum make up sludge. Sludge goes off in one direction. The dirty water is sent off in another direction. So there you can see the scum goes one way out the green one, and the dirty water goes out the yellow one. And notice the yellow one keeps going. The yellow one's going to go on to the next page. Sludge is pumped into an enclosed tank called a digester. It is mixed and heated and mixed some more. Once again, busy bacteria digest the waste and produce nutrients. They also produce a gas called methane. Methane can be used to heat the treatment plant's buildings or to generate electricity. When the digested sludge is ready, it is piped to a press where all the water is squeezed out. The solid is now trucked off to farms to fertilize the soil. See, there's the truck. So I see here's the yellow pipe that skipped the last page. Dirty water goes into a tank called an aeration tank. Water is checked often to make sure there are enough bacteria. Oxygen bubbles are added to help the bacteria. Then it's off to a second clarifier tank. Any leftover scum is removed as clumps of bacteria drop into the sump. So that's the aeration tank. Weren't you here yesterday? Some of these bacteria are returned to the aeration tank for another meal. Yum! Wastewater never stops coming, so the treatment plant can never stop working. Each tank has a twin for backup, just in case. Actually, let's put that. In the last tank, chlorine is added to kill off any dangerous bacteria. Finally, the water is clean enough to join the river. Some of the clean water will evaporate and form clouds. Some of the clouds will produce rain. Some of the rain will end up in reservoirs as drinking water. Now you know why we go to all the trouble. Does someone smell chlorine? And that's the end. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye-bye.